Hey guys, it's Zach here, and it is Sunday night around 12:30, and I thought I would just do an update for you guys. Um, these last 2 weeks I haven't really been doing any videos, and in all honesty, they've been a good 2 weeks, but they've been actually a really hard 2 weeks as far as my eating issues that I had in the past have kind of come back, and I can kind of talk to you guys about that now. To be honest, I'm kind of like almost embarrassed, but um, I can talk to you guys about it because this is kind of like an honesty thing. But so I started to have eating problems again, and it all started really with one day I was eating lunch and um, I got a really bad stomach ache and I really didn't feel good. So whenever that happens to me, I would rather just not eat than have to deal with the stomach ache and stuff. And so I really didn't eat, and it kind of gets in my head. A lot of it I know is really in my head as far as I got Phoenix here. So if you guys are wondering, I got Phoenix, but a lot of it's in my head with this, and so um, kind of some people at work kind of spurred a conversation of like my anxiety because they kind of started to notice it a little bit more than before, I guess. And um, like a lot of the anxiety that I was having is really like overthinking, and which goes with like money and stuff, like always thinking about money, always being just so far out with my thoughts. I'm thinking about, okay, money I make today, how is that going to affect me 2 months from now? And I'm sure you guys have maybe noticed that too by watching the channel, is like I'm always like thinking way out. And some other symptoms were like when we go out to eat, if it's really busy, I get uncomfortable. And even if it's not busy, I like to have my back against like a wall or against, I like to see the door. I don't know. I'm sure Sam could name a lot more, but so I went to the doctor and they had me take some anxiety slash depression tests. Um, and it was really kind of really easy test, but it was like, um, are you really agree, neutral, not agree, strongly disagree, strongly disagree. And I answered them, and they're like, "Yeah, you seem to have some like anxiety and some depression," which I didn't really think I have. I don't really think I have depression because I never feel like self harm or anything like that. Never goes through my head, but I guess that's kind of hand in hand. So I'll show you guys what they did. Now all this can tie in to my eating because if something like my stomach is acting up, I I get really nervous and then I shut down and I don't like um, it'll stop me from eating. So I actually it is most of my symptoms actually are these symptoms, except for like the heartburn and stuff. That's kind of the difference. So the medication they put me on, there's a couple different kinds, but they have me on fluoxetine. I'll show you guys what it's called here. I think it's like a generic version of something else. But yeah, fluoxetine. I take just one a day. Um, I take one a day, and they said that they'll make me drowsy, so I take them at night, and then I sleep through the drowsy part. Although it doesn't always save me because I notice that I get extremely drowsy at like 9-10 o'clock on, I'll yawn like non-stop. So they have me on that. I've been on that for roughly 2 weeks. I think I started it Tuesday or Wednesday 2 weeks ago. So I've been on there like a week and a half, 2 weeks. And they said it takes 4 to 6 weeks for me to really feel the full effect of it. But I feel a little more relaxed and a little less antsy, I guess you'd say. But hopefully this helps. So I went through my eating thing. Mentally, I've been getting over it, and I'm pretty much back to strength for the most part. I'm able to eat, and I'm doing fine. So that's why I haven't been making videos, because I haven't had a lot of energy. When all this started many months ago, I was about 205 pounds. I dropped down the first time when I had this all happen. I can't remember how far I dropped down, but it was like 187, I want to say. Like maybe 185. And I had been working on getting my weight back up to where I could eat comfortably. And I was back up to about 193. And that was about perfect. And now this happened again. And now I'm down to about 182. So that's what happens is, like, I want to lose weight. Some of it's natural. Sam's been on her diet, and we've just been eating really, really good, healthy food. And we haven't had like chips or anything in the house, but but to lose that much weight in only like a week and a half, 2 weeks is not good. So like I said, it's just easier for me not to eat. It's easier for me to be hungry than it is to have a stomachache because I'm eating. So really got to focus on my gluten-free diet. And I was actually at Walmart, and I got some gluten-free bread for my sandwiches, and I've been trying to eat really clean, which has been helping. So yeah, but what else I want to show you guys is something that I thought about. We have our window here on the door, okay, and they make like blinds that go over your window, but you guys can see I would worry that it would hit against that. So this is what I came up with is well, I got some other fabric I'll show you too, but this is kind of like the daytime pretty fabric. And all I did was I got some I went to Walmart tonight, and I got these large extra strength magnets, and some just scrap fabric that they had in like their bargain bin, and then I used some glue. This glue here is that E6000 stuff, which it still feels a little wet, but then I just glued the magnet. I glued the fabric over 3 inches, and then glued that magnet in there, and then you can just adjust it here. So you can adjust the height, the tension, whatever. I was gonna put 2 on the bottom, but this is just because at nighttime nobody needs to be looking in our window, and we have these nice blinds now, so everything is good that way. We got one for above the kitchen sink too, and this was just an added bonus. So this is kind of our pretty fabric, and the sun just comes blaring through here during the day, so it gets really hot, and this actually keeps this room a lot cooler. And this is just the start. I'm just messing around, but this gives us more privacy. I don't know how much you could see from the outside. We'll check it out here. So there you go. That's what it looks like. Can't see through. No peeking. So, and if I show you guys this is the other fabric that I got, but the glue, because it's like a felt, the glue doesn't want to stick to it, so I'm gonna have to sew in the magnets on these, and my sewing stuff is out in the garage, so I'll have to go out and grab it. But this isn't the piece I cut. The piece I cut sitting on the table, but this will be like the blackout type stuff, and so this will be like when you want it to look dark. But the magnets kind of add in a nice touch because, you know, if you just want it off, you know, or you want some natural light, you can easily just, you know, move it over or move it halfway or whatever. But then, you know, if you want more privacy, you just do that. So kind of a cheap thing. These magnets are like under $3 for a 4-pack, and then like this strip of fabric was about $3, and that strip of fabric was like $4. Well, it was like 1.5 yards. This is one piece, the other piece is right there. But yeah, and then I was gonna use super glue, and I thought that this E6000 stuff was super glue, but it's not. But it just doesn't want to stick very well to the magnets. So yeah, it doesn't stick at all. They're still kind of wet actually. So I'll just grab the sewing stuff. But yeah, this is that piece, and this will just go over it like so, you know, and they'll be separate ones. And then I don't know, when they're not in use, maybe I'll put a little piece of metal in the closet and you can click them in there or whatever. But just kind of a safety thing. So that's really all that I got. But I thought I'd give you guys kind of an honest update on what's going on, and yeah, Sam and I had a couple talks about it, and it kind of came to the point where it's like, yeah, I should probably go in and try to get on something that relaxes me, so I was getting more and more shut in. Like, I didn't want to go hang out with family. I didn't want to go out to eat. I didn't want to go do anything because I'd get so nervous about it. So that's not right. And Sam shouldn't have to be like a victim of that, if you know what I mean. Like, you know, it's not her fault, and she should be able to have a fun time with me. And of course, I want to have fun with her. So we went to Canterbury today. I had a fun time. I felt really relaxed. So I think things are looking up, guys. I'll keep giving you updates, and yeah. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.